Good morning, dear students. This is your teacher Neela Mehlawat, and we are continuing the chapter number 4, Carbon and its Compounds. And this is our lecture number 4, dear students. I hope, students, you are understanding this chapter because this chapter is entirely based on what you have understood. It cannot be, you can say, mesmerized. It can only be understood. So, it's a very easy and very interesting chapter that we are doing so far. Right? Now, dear students, you must remember that, you must be remembering that carbon, we know that carbon forms lots of compounds, isn't it? And there are 3 properties which are responsible for the formation of so many compounds. And those 3 properties, I hope you remember. Right. And those properties, I can say, there are 3 properties which are responsible for the formation of large number of compounds. 1, the size of the carbon. The size of the carbon is very, very small. And because of the small size, the bond it forms, they are very, very stable, they are very strong. Second is the catenation. That is, carbon can link with other carbon atoms. And this property we also name as self-linking. And third is the tetravalency. Carbon has a valency of 4. That is why it is having tetravalency. So we can say at one point of the time, carbon can join with 4 different atoms. And carbon can form straight chain compounds and the cyclic compounds or the ringed structures. Now, so far we have discussed about the straight chain compounds like your alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. These all come under your straight chain compounds. Now, we will talk about the ringed structures today. These structures which are arranged in the form of a cyclic structure. They are referred to as cyclic or the ringed structures. Closed structures. They are arranged in the form of a ring. Like this. So that is where they are referred to as cyclic and the ring structures. Now coming to the ring structures, they will be talking about the cycloalkanes here first. Okay, we will be talking about the cyclohexanes. Cycloalkanes, they have a formula CnH2n. आप मुझे बता सकते हैं ये formula हमने पहले भी किया है. Can you tell me this formula? This is general formula of which compounds? Right, alkenes. So alkenes also have this general formula. Alkenes का general formula भी CnH2n ही होता है. Cycloalkanes also have a general formula CnH2n. Then what is the difference between these two? Alkenes, they are always arranged to form a straight chain. Right? Alkenes, they are arranged to form a straight chain. While cycloalkanes, they are arranged to form ring structures. They are arranged to form cyclic structures. Right, everyone? So cycloalkanes, they have a general formula CnH2n. Okay, clear? Now let's come to the first ring structure. We will be talking about these 4 structures. Cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane, cyclohexane. ज़्यादातर आपके एग्जाम्स में यही 4 स्ट्रक्चर पूछे जाते हैं. And these are the only 4 structures which are mentioned in the NCERT. So we will talk about only these 4 structures. देखिए बहुत ध्यान से आप नाम को देखिए. Pro means how many carbon? Prop. देखिए नेम को स्प्लिट करिए. Cyclo means they will be arranged in the form of a ring. Propane means how many carbon? 3 carbon. Ane means all single bond. तो आपको नेम से स्टडी करना है. ओके, सो साइक्लोप्रोपेन, राइट? प्रोपेन, प्रॉप. चलिए मैं यहाँ पर दोबारा से लिखती हूँ. प्रोपेन, prop and ane. Okay, prop means 3 carbon. Ane means all single bond. So we will have this kind of structure. Butane means we will have 4 compounds, butane, and all will be linked single. They will have a single bonds between all carbon atoms. Pentane, 5 carbon atoms, and they will have all single. Hexanes, 6 carbon atoms. Right? Cyclo means in the form of a circle. They will be arranged in the form of a circle. Okay. Now let's see this. Let's come to the formula. So they have a general formula CnH2n. So cyclopropane, as I told you here, n is equal to 3. Prop means 3. So यहाँ पर हम 3 put करते हैं. Let's put 3 in the formula. So the formula will be C3 formula is C3H6. This is the formula of cyclopropane. Bute means 4 carbon. So N is equal to 4. So formula is C4H8. Pentane, N is equal to 5. So C5H10. Hexane, hex means 6. So C6H12. So what is the formula of propane? Cyclopropane, C3H6. Okay. Cyclobutane, C4H8. Cyclopentane, C5H10. Cyclohexane, C6H12. Okay. Now let's study individually. We will study each compound separately. So first of all, we have cyclopropane. And what is the formula of, dear students, cyclopropane? C3H6. This is the formula. Right? Now let's study. हम इसका structure बनाते हैं. Cyclo means circle, in the form of a circle. So how many carbon it has? C3 and H6. So हमने 3 carbon को circle की form में arrange करना है. Closed ring structure है. So in this manner it will be arranged. ये आपका closed structure बन गया है. Okay? C3. हमने C3 को arrange कर दिया. Ane means all single bond. Prop 3 carbon. Ane means all single bond. So हर एक carbon के बीच में single bond बना दिया है. Now we have H6H. So we got to join 2 hydrogen everywhere. Okay, so this is the structure of cyclopropane. C3H6 and cyclomenes in the form of a closed structure in the form of a ring structure. तो आप इस तरीके से अरेंज करेंगे साइक्लोप्रोपेन को. ओके, नाउ लेट्स कम टू द सेकंड, साइक्लोब्यूटेन. साइक्लोब्यूटेन का फॉर्मूला होता है, अभी भी हमने फॉर्मूला किया है, C4H8. सो हाउ मेनी कार्बन्स इट हैज़? 4. सो 4 कार्बन को हमको रिंग की फॉर्म में अरेंज करना है. सो 1 2 3 4 और एन मीन्स सबका सिंगल बॉन्ड, तो हमने सबके बीच में सिंगल बॉन्ड लगा दिया. सो हमारा क्लोज स्ट्रक्चर बन गया. ओके, नाउ वी विल अटैच 2 हाइड्रोजन ऑन एवरी कार्बन. 1 2. Here also 1 2. So here also 1 2, and we will have here also. So now you can count, there are 4 carbon and there are 8 hydrogen, and this is in the form of a ring. So cyclobutane. Cyclopentane. Cyclopentane का formula होता है C5H10. Okay, C5H10. Now 5 carbon should be arranged in a circle. So 1 2 3 4 5. All single bonds. Okay, now attach 2 hydrogen on every carbon. So likewise we will have like this. Okay, so this is a structure of cyclopentane. Okay everyone, now coming to the next, cyclohexane. Hexane means 6, ane means sub single bond. So C6H12. C6H12. तो हमने 6 कार्बन अटैच करने हैं सर्कल की फॉर्म में. ओके, सो 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So all carbon, single bond between all carbon, and we have to attach 2 hydrogen, not every carbon. Like this. Here also, on every carbon there should be 2 hydrogen. अब आप count कर सकते, you can count. There are 12 hydrogen and there are 6 carbon, right? So this is a structure of cyclohexane. Okay, everyone? Now, apart from these simple cyclic structures, there is one structure which is also being asked. That is benzene. Benzene का formula होता है C6H6. This is a special structure which is being asked. Okay, ये आपसे specially पूछा जाता है. So that is why I am drawing this structure. C6H6. देखिए benzene, ene means double bond. तो इस कंपाउंड में 3 ट्रिपल बॉन्ड होते हैं. सो C6 ये भी एक साइक्लिक स्ट्रक्चर है, तो आपको 6 कार्बन को सर्कल की फॉर्म में अरेंज करना है. सो दिस इज व्हाट. नाउ देयर इज 3 डबल बॉन्ड्स इन दिस कंपाउंड. इस कंपाउंड में 3 डबल बॉन्ड्स है एंड दैट टू ऑल्टरनेट. सो हियर इट इज अ सिंगल बॉन्ड, हियर यू विल हैव डबल बॉन्ड. सो सिंगल बॉन्ड, डबल बॉन्ड, सिंगल बॉन्ड, डबल बॉन्ड. ओके, and you will have 1 hydrogen attached to each carbon. हर कार्बन से आपका एक हाइड्रोजन एटम अटैच होगा. सो दिस इज अ स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ बेंजीन. ये बहुत बार पूछा जाता है. द सेकेंड थिंग विच इज आस्क्ड इन दिस स्ट्रक्चर इज हाउ मेनी डबल बॉन्ड्स एंड हाउ मेनी सिंगल बॉन्ड्स आर प्रेजेंट. आपके कितने डबल बॉन्ड्स हैं इस स्ट्रक्चर में और कितने सिंगल बॉन्ड हैं. काउंट करिए फटाफट. Just count the number of bonds, count the number of double bonds, count the number of single bonds. So देखिए 1, let's have different colors so there is no problem. So this is 1, this is your 1 double bond. Second double bond. Third. So how many double bond? So double bonds are 3. And how many single bond now? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 single bonds. So once you draw the structure, you can easily count the number of bonds present in the compound. So there are 3 double bonds and there are 9 single bonds. So in total there are 12 bonds which are present here. ठीक है, यहाँ पर आपके स्ट्रक्चर में 12 bonds present है, 3 double bond है और 9 single bond है. Clear everyone? Okay. Now coming to another topic which is called functional groups. देखिए functional groups पर आते हैं. functional groups. First of all let's understand functional groups क्या हैं. देखिए alcohols, your chloro, bromo, they are your functional groups. Chloro, bromo, these atoms they are your functional groups. Alcohols, that is OH is their functional group. Aldehydes, CHO is their functional group. Ketone, CO, that is their functional group. Carboxylic acids, C double bond OH, this is their functional group. So carboxylic acids have a functional group C double OH. Ketones, CO. Aldehydes, CHO. Alcohols, OH. And then chloro, bromo, they are also your functional groups. Now let's define what is a functional group. Functional group means any atom which gives specific properties to the compound. कोई भी atom जो किसी compound को कुछ specific properties देता है, that is called a functional group. Okay, that is called a functional group. Now in this functional group, as I told you that these are the heteroatoms which give specific properties to the compounds. Okay, what are heteroatoms? Any atom, देखिए हाइड्रोकार्बन्स में 2 atoms present होते हैं. One is hydrogen, one is carbon. कोई भी atom जो हाइड्रोजन को replace करता है वो heteroatom है. Okay, any atom that replaces hydrogen is called a heteroatom. And if that heteroatoms gives specific properties to that compound, then that is called a functional group. ठीक है, चलिए कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स हम ले लेते हैं. Suppose, let's have, देखिए इन alcohols as I said OH is the functional group. तो आप देखिए कंपाउंड देखिए OH रिप्लेस हो गया, रेस्ट ऑल हैव हाइड्रोजन एंड कार्बन, सो OH इज योर फंक्शनल ग्रुप. यहाँ देखिए एल्डिहाइड्स CHO ग्रुप, कीटोन्स में देखिए CO, एसिड्स में COOH, alkenes have a double bond is their functional group, right? Is it clear to everyone? Propyne, triple bond is their functional group. And chloro-bromo, as I was telling you. So chlorine has been attached, replacing the hydrogen atom. So chlorine is a heteroatom also, and it is a functional group also. So chlorine आपका heteroatom भी है और functional group भी है. OH आपका heteroatom भी है, functional group भी है. CHO आपका propanol जिसको हम कह रहे हैं, this is also functional group and a heteroatom also. So any atom that replaces hydrogen in the hydrocarbons is an heteroatom. और वो heteroatom अगर कोई specific properties, if it gives specific properties, then it is called functional group as well. Okay everyone? Then it is called the functional group as well. So we have 7 functional groups, right? So far we have 7 functional groups. We have already done alkynes and alkenes, we have discussed. So now I'll be talking about the 5 functional groups. अब आगे के videos में we will be talking about the functional groups, and we will be covering 5 functional groups in this particular chapter. That is your haloalkanes, alcohols, aldehyde and ketone and carboxylic acid. Okay everyone? So your homework for today, first of all you will make notes of this topic and you will read the page number 65 and 66. Okay, you will just go through these pages and you will tell me if there is any doubt that you have. So if there is any query, you will send your queries on my personal number. Right everyone? Okay, so that's all for today. Bye everyone.